The year 2024 marks a potential turning point in global affairs. The world is at a crossroads, with significant changes on the horizon that could redefine international relations and power structures. The world watches as a new bloc of nations asserts itself on the world stage. This emerging coalition is poised to challenge the status quo and bring about a new era of global cooperation and competition. The BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, are meeting in Kazan, Russia, for their annual summit. This gathering is not just a routine meeting, it is a strategic assembly with far-reaching implications. This gathering carries immense weight. The decisions made here could influence global economic policies, international trade agreements, and diplomatic relations for years to come. It could reshape the global order as we know it. The traditional power dynamics are being questioned, and new alliances are forming that could alter the balance of power. The geopolitical landscape is shifting. Nations are re-evaluating their positions and strategies in response to these changes, leading to a more fluid and dynamic international environment. The unipolar moment of American dominance after the Cold War is fading. The era of a single superpower dictating global policies is giving way to a more complex and multipolar world. The rise of new powers, particularly in Asia, is undeniable. Countries like China and India are not only economic powerhouses, but also influential players in global politics and security. This shift has been building for years. The BRICS nations have been steadily increasing their influence and cooperation, setting the stage for a more balanced global power structure. Now it is reaching a critical juncture. The decisions and actions taken in the coming years will determine the direction of this new world order. The BRICS nations represent this changing dynamic. They are not just economic partners, but also strategic allies with a shared vision for the future. They are a diverse group. Each nation brings its unique strengths and perspectives to the table, enriching the coalition with a variety of cultural and political insights. Each nation has its unique history, culture, and political system. This diversity is a source of strength, allowing the BRICS to approach global challenges with a multifaceted perspective. Yet they are united by a common goal. They seek to create a more equitable and just global system that reflects the realities of the 21st century. They seek to challenge the existing global order. This challenge is not just about power, but also about creating a system that is fairer and more inclusive. They aim to create a more multipolar world, a world where multiple centers of power coexist and collaborate, leading to a more stable and balanced international system. The Kazan summit is a symbol of this ambition. It represents the BRICS nations' commitment to working together to achieve their shared goals. The potential expansion of the BRICS bloc to include up to 40 countries is a clear signal. This expansion would significantly increase the bloc's influence and ability to shape global policies. The world is moving towards a new era, an era where power is more evenly distributed and where cooperation and competition coexist in a delicate balance. This era will be defined by multiple centers of power. Each center will bring its unique strengths and perspectives, contributing to a richer and more complex global landscape. It will be marked by a diffusion of influence away from the West. Traditional power centers will have to adapt to this new reality, finding new ways to remain relevant and influential. This shift has profound implications for the future. It will affect everything from international relations and economic policies to cultural exchanges and technological advancements. The world is on the brink of a new chapter, and the actions we take now will shape the course of history. The rise of the BRICS nations is part of a broader trend, the rise of the rest. This term refers to the increasing influence and economic power of countries outside the traditional Western powers. This term encompasses emerging economies, which are rapidly transforming their economic landscapes. These countries are experiencing rapid economic growth, driven by industrialization, urbanization, and technological innovation. They are playing an increasingly important role in global affairs, influencing international trade, finance, and politics. This shift is driven by several factors, including globalization, which has opened up new opportunities for these nations. Globalization has created new opportunities for developing countries, allowing them to integrate into the global economy. They have access to new markets, enabling them to export their goods and services to a global audience. They can benefit from technological advancements, which have spurred innovation and increased productivity. This has led to unprecedented economic growth, lifting millions out of poverty and creating a burgeoning middle class. At the same time, the West has faced challenges, including economic stagnation and political instability. The 2008 financial crisis shook confidence in Western economic models, revealing vulnerabilities in the global financial system. Political polarization and internal divisions have hampered the ability of Western nations to provide global leadership, leading to a decline in their influence. This has created a vacuum in global leadership, which the BRICS nations and other emerging powers are eager to fill. The BRICS nations and other emerging powers are eager to fill it, bringing new perspectives and approaches to the global stage. They bring a new perspective to the global stage, one that is less tied to the traditional Western-centric view of the world. They are less invested in the existing order and more willing to explore alternative economic models and governance structures. They are more willing to challenge the status quo, advocating for a more inclusive and multipolar world order. This does not mean the West is in terminal decline. The West still holds significant economic and political power. However, it does mean that the West is no longer the sole arbiter of global affairs. Power is shifting, and the global landscape is becoming more diverse and multipolar. The BRICS nations are at the forefront of this transformation, leading the way in reshaping the global economic and political order. As these nations continue to grow and develop, their influence will only increase, heralding a new era in global affairs. The rise of the West is not just an economic phenomenon, but a fundamental shift in the balance of power, with far-reaching implications for the future of global governance. As we move forward, it will be crucial to understand and adapt to this new reality, embracing the opportunities and challenges it presents. The rise of the West is a testament to the dynamic and ever-changing nature of our world, and a reminder that the future is being shaped by a diverse and interconnected global community. The term BRIC was coined in 2001. It was used by Jim O'Neill, an economist at Goldman Sachs. He recognized the growing economic potential of Brazil, Russia, India, and China. He predicted that these four countries would become major players in the global economy. His prediction proved accurate. Over the past 2 decades, the BRIC nations have experienced remarkable economic growth. They have become major exporters. They have attracted significant foreign investment. They have seen their middle classes expand. In 2009, the BRIC nations held their first formal summit. This marked the transformation of the acronym into a geopolitical grouping. South Africa joined the group in 2011. The acronym became BRICS. The BRICS nations have established institutions for cooperation. These include the New Development Bank and the Contingent Reserve Arrangement. These institutions are designed to provide an alternative to the Western-dominated World Bank and International Monetary Fund. The BRICS nations have also increased their political cooperation. They often vote together in international organizations. They consult on major global issues. This growing alignment has led some analysts to view the BRICS as a potential counterweight to the G7. Section 4: A Gathering Storm in Kazan. The 2024 BRICS Summit in Kazan is being held against a backdrop of significant global uncertainty. The war in Ukraine, the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, and the escalating climate crisis have created a volatile international environment. The world is grappling with unprecedented challenges that are reshaping the geopolitical landscape. This has only heightened the importance of the BRICS. The bloc, consisting of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, is seen as a beacon of hope for many nations seeking stability and growth. In times of crisis, nations look for new partners. They seek new solutions. The BRICS nations, with their combined economic and political clout, offer a potential alternative to the existing global order. The BRICS nations offer a potential alternative to the existing global order. Their collective GDP and population make them a formidable force on the world stage. Russia, the host of the Kazan summit, has a particular interest in strengthening the BRICS. Facing Western sanctions, Russia sees the BRICS as a way to circumvent Western pressure. The sanctions have severely impacted its economy, and the BRICS alliance offers a lifeline. It is eager to build stronger economic and political ties with other members of the bloc. By fostering these relationships, Russia hopes to create a more balanced and multipolar world. The Kazan summit is expected to focus on several key issues. These discussions will be crucial in determining the future direction of the BRICS alliance. These include expanding trade between BRICS nations, which is seen as a way to boost economic growth and reduce dependency on Western markets. Promoting the use of local currencies in international transactions is another key agenda. This move aims to reduce the dominance of the US dollar in global trade. Strengthening cooperation on security issues is also on the table. The BRICS nations face common threats and challenges, and a united front could enhance their collective security. However, the most significant development at the Kazan summit could be the potential expansion of the BRICS bloc. This expansion is seen as a way to increase the bloc's influence and reach. Up to 40 countries have expressed interest in joining. This interest underscores the growing appeal of the BRICS as an alternative to Western-dominated institutions. This expansion, if it comes to fruition, would be a major geopolitical development. It would signal a shift away from the Western-led order and towards a more inclusive and multipolar world. It would signal a shift away from the Western-led order. The world is watching closely as the BRICS nations gather in Kazan, hoping for a new dawn in international relations. Section 5. Expansion on the horizon. The potential expansion of the BRICS bloc is one of the most closely watched developments in global politics. Several factors are driving this trend. First, many countries are disillusioned with the existing global order. They view it as unfair and biased towards the West. They see the BRICS as a way to level the playing field. Second, the BRICS nations offer tangible economic benefits. They represent a large and growing market. They are a source of investment and development assistance. Membership in the BRICS could provide economic opportunities for developing countries. Third, the BRICS offer a sense of solidarity and shared purpose. Many developing countries see themselves as facing similar challenges. They believe that they can achieve more by working together. The BRICS provide a platform for this cooperation. The list of countries seeking to join the BRICS is diverse. It includes countries from every continent. This reflects the global reach of the bloc's appeal. It suggests that the desire for a more multipolar world is widespread.